I'm Colleen Phelps, the host of Classically Speaking. While concert halls remain closed here in Nashville, our local classical musicians haven't been staying quiet. For example, you can hear members of the Nashville Symphony in small groups and individual performances around town and also on the NSO musicians' social media. I talked to clarinetist Katherine Kohler about a set of videos she's done featuring not just great music, but also a guest performance by her puppy, including a special Halloween video released just this week. Hi, Katherine.
Hello.
So tell me about putting together these videos. There's so much clarinet put together, and the creativity of the video with your dog is just so great. So basically, how do you do that?
Well, thank you. Well, I pretty much start out by figuring out what piece I want to play. So for my first project, I knew I wanted to do Till Eulenspiegel because that's who my puppy is named after. And so I just started looking for arrangements because it's difficult when we're used to playing these huge orchestral pieces to find a smaller pared down version. Alry Publications, ALRY, have been so generous with allowing me to use them in these videos. And so then I just kind of pick a piece and adapt it to work for clarinet, or some, like the Sorcerer's Apprentice was already written for clarinet. And then once I have that, it's just learning the music. Everything I've recorded is through GarageBand, and I just kind of record one track at a time and listen back. There's kind of a big trial period where I do a bunch of test runs to just try and figure out which parts need to come out more and how to balance them, and record all that video with Final Cut Pro. They have an awesome 90-day free trial that you can download and use. And I just went on YouTube and started looking up tutorials for how to do different editing and the different cuts and shortcuts and all the tips. They're great YouTube tutorials, and just started experimenting and putting it together from there.
So are there a lot of treats involved? Do you have to coax Tilly into all the things?
So many treats. The great thing about Tilly is she's very tolerant. She's kind of up for anything. But the thing that you can find with dogs is that if they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. So it's a little bit of just seeing, I want everything that she does to be fun for her. And if it's not, then we don't do it. So my original thought for the Sorcerer's Apprentice video was to have her carrying the witch's broom in her mouth. And I gave it to her and she just didn't want to do it, but she was all into attacking the broom. So we did that instead. So it's just kind of seeing like what's fun for her, what does she want to do, and then rewarding her throughout the process so that it's fun for her as well.
How did you fly the witch? I have to ask, was it a fishing pole?
So we just suspended it from this long painting pole with some fishing wire. And then my mom helped me, my sister helped me, and we just kind of would run around with it. And one person would film and the other person would fly the witch. And there are a lot of shots that you can see us either running into it or the pole popped in. So usually we'd have to retry just to get that out of the frame. But it was a lot of fun.
So the symphony musicians, with the concert halls closed, it seems like you guys are making the best of your social media. Have you all kind of rallied together to each contribute a little bit?
Yeah, so we've had some group discussions about what we want to present as a large ensemble. So we had that Beethoven 6 project that was the full orchestra, a Chrysler festival for our violinist each are playing solos every week. And then we just have individual projects that the musicians say, you know, hey, just work on a project, something that's fun for you. So for me, it's the Tilly videos. For our piccolo player, Gloria Yoon, she's a really talented cartoonist. So she has an animation that's going to be coming out that's Halloween themed. So then we just have our own independent social media projects to work on too. How can we still stay connected to our audience and bring joy to people through music in a way that's not conventionally how we're working. So the musicians have organized a bunch of outdoor concerts that we did during the month of October, so when the weather was not turning too cold. So they've largely been string ensembles, different churches who have agreed to host us, and we've been very serious about the safety protocols, consulting different people. So we've just kind of given these concerts outdoors and have encouraged people to come and just bring a lawn chair and some snacks and enjoy some music in a setting that we don't typically plan. So it's been a lot of fun and something different for us to try, and a new way to connect to our community.
It's great to talk to you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Katherine and Tilly's Mischief, animations from Gloria Yoon, and lots of chamber music is all available on the NSO Musicians social media. I'm Colleen Phelps from Classically Speaking, wishing you a happy Halloween.